In a few minutes, the story of Parliament unlocks the secrets behind the doors of the great Palace of Westminster. But now on to It's the News with Lisa Davidson.
From the newsroom, the main stories at 3 o'clock. Inmates at Wandsworth Jail in London have attacked 2 senior members of staff, and there have been 2 small fires. Prison officers there have been suspended for refusing to work new rotas, and nearly 200 policemen are staffing the prison instead.
A dozen administrative staff walked out this morning. They said they feared for their safety. The Home Office have confirmed that 2 officers of governor grade brought in to cover last night were slightly hurt when they were assaulted by an inmate. The fire brigade were called to the prison this morning, but it turned out to be a small fire in one of the yards, which was quickly put out. The Prison Officers Association say the 250 men suspended are standing by and will go back in if they're needed.
We would obviously prefer not to be in here, that's obvious. We have a great deal to do outside here on the streets, and we can ill afford these officers.
This afternoon, the prison officers are going to the High Court. They claim the governor has broken national agreements and the new rotas should be declared illegal.
The Home Office has said it won't provide condoms and sterilised syringes to prisoners to combat AIDS. The National Association of Probation Officers called for government action to prevent what it says is the growing problem of AIDS in prisons. It says the chances of the virus being transmitted are dangerously high. The cruise missile base at Molesworth was officially closed today. In London, the West German Defence Minister has arrived for talks on modernising some of NATO's other nuclear weapons.
Outside the Ministry of Defence in London this morning, a guard of honour for the West German Defence Minister Rupert Scholz. A routine visit, but one that's come at a time of intense argument in NATO. West Germany is the alliance's most important European member, and Britain is worried that many West Germans no longer see the point of playing host to NATO forces. And the success of another set of negotiations for the INF Treaty was on show today. A first look at the bomb-proof cruise missile bunkers at Molesworth in Cambridgeshire, now empty with the weapons sent back to America to be destroyed.
A British technician has been expelled from Iran. The Iranian news agency said that Samuel Williams had been tried for illegal activities. And the next news is at 10 to 4.
Good afternoon to you. The weather never fails to amaze, and what should be a fairly windy day in Shetland, the winds are a flat calm. Just a little bit further south than that, in the Orkneys, they're coming from the southwest at 30 miles an hour. So I don't think it's going to last too long in Shetland. Generally the winds are fairly strong and gusty over the northern half of the country. Still some heavy bursts of rain to come for Shetland and northern parts of Scotland, but it will be easing away during this afternoon and evening. The rest of the country dry, the best of the brightness and the sunshine in the east and in the south. That's it for me. Good afternoon.
Now on to The Great Palace, the story of Parliament, narrated by Anthony Quayle.